Hello folks, my name is Paddy. In this video I'm going to be replacing the panels in a teak front door. Now this is the door in question and my customer asked me to replace both of the panels in this door. They said that it was leaking every time it rained through the cracks in the panel that you can see here. Now to me they're not terribly bad. You could probably just, you know, a bit of filler and a couple of coats of paint and it would have been fine, but they were adamant that they wanted them replaced, so who am I to argue? So I've done this job several times before, and I did one recently just before this one where I replaced one panel in probably the identical door, very similar to it, where the previous tenant or owner cut a hole in it for a cat flap, so the new owner wanted that replaced and taken out of it, obviously because they didn't have a cat. So here's a couple of before and after pictures of that job. So just get straight into it. This particular door, the door just lifts off the hinges, so just lift it straight up, and I'm just going to put the door onto my trestles and get started. One more thing I've got to say: if you want more information on what I'm doing, just turn on subtitles or closed captions above.